Very good afternoon to all. Eldrigu Namaskara. So the last working day of the month means that we have to get together for an important event, and that is to say goodbye to some of our employees who served the institute with distinction, and also to reflect on the time that they have spent in this institute and celebrate the work that they have done, and also to honor them for their contribution towards making this institution an institution of national importance. So in that context, we are here to say thank you and farewell to two of our staff who are superannuating today, and also say thank you to our Deputy Finance and Accounts Financial Advisor and CAO who is leaving the institute for better prospects. So let me start first by requesting the Director and Registrar to kindly felicitate the employees who are superannuating today. I'll first invite Shri Devamahendra Prasad, our Chief Administrative Officer, to kindly join us at the head of the table along with your family members. Maga? Banni. So, Shri Devamahendra Prasad has served this institute, is currently serving in the capacity of Chief Administrative Officer in charge. So he joined, he was born on 16th of October 1961, joined the institute in July 1984, and he superannuates with effect from tomorrow, having put in a total of 37 years, 3 months and 8 days in this institute. Shri D.M. Prasad joined this institute as lower division clerk and got promoted to the post of UDC with effect from 16/9/1998 and further to the post of manager from 2016 and as AAO from November 1st, 2018, and finally to the post of Administrative Officer with effect from 5/11/2018. As on the date of his retirement, he is holding the post of in charge CAO and is also in charge of both the personal and academic section. During his service, he has worked in various capacities in the institute, including the purchase section, medical records department, dietary section, library and information center, biomedical engineering, department of transfusion medicine, coordination section, academic and evaluation, personal section, and the CEO's office. So can we have a big round of applause for him, please? So next I'll invite Shri K. Ravindran, Administrative Officer in charge, to kindly come over to the head of the table. Request you to also invite the family members and friends of Mr. Ravindran. Please come. Shri Ravindran is currently holding the designation of Administrative Officer in charge. Born on the 5th of October 1961, he entered service on 21st January 1991, and at the time of his superannuation has put in a total of 30 years, 9 months and 11 days of service. Shri Ravindran joined this institute as a lower division clerk in 1991, became an upper division clerk from 2012, and further promoted to manager from 2017. Subsequently, he served as the Assistant Public Relations Officer from 1/4/2017 and is promoted as AAO from 19/12/2018. As on the date of his retirement, he is holding the post of in charge Administrative Officer and is working in the Department of Psychiatric and Neurological Rehabilitation Services. During his time in the institute, he has worked in various capacities in personal section, director secretariat, OPD cash counter, academic section, PRO's office, and is currently working in DPNR. One round of applause for him. Now I'll invite Shri George Kuti Francis, our Deputy Financial Advisor and CAO, to join us here. So, okay, just to clarify, he is not retiring. So, Shri George Kutti joined the institute on 21/7/2017, and he has been repatriated on 20th of October 2021. He has served in the capacity of Deputy Finance and Chief Accounts Officer in this institute on deputation from the Principal Accountant General, Karnataka, Bengaluru, and he has been serving this institute from 21/7/2017. Can we have a big round of applause? So I'll now request our superannuating employees, Shri Mahendra Prasad and Shri Ravindran, to kindly share their thoughts with us on the occasion of their superannuation.
Hello. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody, director and registrar and medical superintendent, all of my colleagues. This superannuation day today. ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷನ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಒಂಥರ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದುಡ್ದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಲ್ ಮೈ ಕೋಲೀಗ್ಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂದ ನಾನು ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ದಿಸ್ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೊಲೀಗ್ಸ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಸಹಕಾರ ಸಪೋರ್ಟಿಂದ ಐ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೀಟ್. ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಸಮಯ ಇದು ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಕೊಲೀಗ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ಏನಂದರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತುವರೆಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಟೈಮು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹತ್ಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಬೇಕಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕೋಆಪ್ರೇಷನಿಂದ ಈಗ ಯಾರು ಝೂಮ್ ಇದ್ರ ಲೈವ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಮೈ ಕೋಲೀಗ್ಸ್, ಸೀನಿಯರ್, ಜೂನಿಯರ್ಸ್, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ದೆಮ್ ಕೋಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Good evening, respected Madam, Professor Pratima Murthy, Director of NIMHANS, and Dr. Shankar Narayan Rao, Registrar, the Dynamic Administrator, and the Hospital Administration Medical Superintendent, Dr. Muralidharan, Sir, and my DFO, Chief Finance Officer, my other colleague, CAO, Prasad, and Accounts Officer Harish sir, and my friends and people who are having in the live YouTube, my colleagues, friends, and my well-wishers. I thank here each and every one from my bottom of my heart that I have come across 6 to 7 directors whom I worked from 1991 till 2007. I was in the director office almost 17 years, and the dynamic officers, I would like to name them and thank them in person in the name. Dr. Channabaswana, the first director whom I worked under him. I learnt a wonderful experience I had with him, and he taught me how to be polite with the patients first and foremost. We need to how to tackle a person when he approaches his office. So I learned the politeness with him. And he was a godfather, I can say. He has shown me the steps to come up in life, how you have to be, and to survive in NIMHANS. The survival was very difficult during those period because he had the transition of lot of union people, and the tremendous stress was there in the office administration. Then there became a very great iron lady, we can call it, as Dr. Gauri Devi. She's a professor of neurology. With her, she's treated me as a brother, not even as a staff. And she's taught me what is an official, how to be an official, how to draft a letter, how to be a perfectionist. In such a guidance, I learned few things from her. Then later comes another very good physician, very good neurologist, again, Dr. D. Nagaraj sir. He is one of these, I can say, there's no words for him, but he was a mentor to me. So he brought me how to be in NIMHANS, how you can take a decision in your emergency times. So that was very useful when I came out from his office and worked in the academic section. From there, in 2007, I was dealing with the training sections. The people who walk into the NIMHANS, and we are the first contact for the foreign students, for the international, domestic students, and the international students. Hope I'm not boring you all. This is my experience which I would like to share, that how I have come up in my life. Though I was an LDC when I joined during that period, and it was very tough time. We had our seniors, we cannot talk to them. And they were having their own agendas, which all I've been learnt from my mentors, like directors. They are the one who guided me. So from there onwards, Dr. Satish Chandra is a very good PR person, I can say. He's a very good person. He knows how to give a good hospitality to the person. Each and minute work, he himself will check, recheck, then he say, execute. This is what I learned from him. That was very, very helpful. Hats off to him that he guided in that way. Thereafter that, he promoted me to go to the public relation. Public relation, on his word, under the administration of Dr. Ravi, V. Ravi, they have guided me. They said to go up PR, you are in the PR. Because before joining to NIMHANS, I have 10 years experience in the hospitality industry that nobody knows. So that was very helpful with this guidance. Then I could execute my work as all these mentors who are being promoted to me, to the given the responsibilities. It was a great journey in that. And my colleague, whom all I worked with them under, it was a very good experience. I learned from each and every one a little bit. But till today, I'm still learning and like to serve the institution. This is I was 30 years in the womb of my mother. That's how I treated my NIMHANS. I've taken in my heart that I should, wherever I go, NIMHANS, people should have that. I was carrying NIMHANS when I go to the Vidhana Saudha and to the commissioner's office, wherever I go. As they go, NIMHANS, yes, do please come. That respect we had. And that was very whelming. And I am very thankful that I've been moved to that place and to carry the NIMHANS forward. And I enjoyed my work thoroughly and without any hesitations. Maybe some people would think that I am very rough and bold and rudely I talk, but I had kept my screen. Where I have to be rough, where I have to rough, where I have to get the work done. This is what made me a complete man of executing the works. Coming to The experience of that later I've been moved. I'm not talking about my promotions or anything. Our MSS spoke about the promotions, what I had and what it has come, and I'm happy, but should go happy. That's what I decided in myself. I'm here because of that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been here. So I've taken it in a very sportive spirit, and I would like. It's very emotional. That, in the personal point of view, I enjoyed this working, but after I lost of my wife, to continue till such a long period and complete the 30 years of 9 months and 10 days work, my wife was the backbone for me. She is the one who supported me. Because of her, I got this job. I was not interested in joining this. No, I don't like to be, I wanted to be more of very active and this. Then within 15 days, I tried to resign. She said, no, your place is this. God will bless you with this. All difficulties will come. You have to face. She has morally boosted me. And personally, she was very strong, and she half of my life. Suddenly, due to unfortunate things, or due to her health, I lost her in October 9th, 2019. Ever after, I would have broken. I would like to mention and thank my friends who are with me from that period. Today, sitting in front of you all, because I had, in fact, offered my resignation, wherein I could not concentrate my work. I want to go off from here. Because for what purpose I should do? The purpose of my wife is not there. But the great friend of mine, Ashok, who pulled me up, come on, you are very strong, you should come out of this. And he's like a right hand my pillar. The other one, right now he is not there due to some other things, he couldn't come, Mr. Jay Kumar. He was another one. Third, my daughter. She was very supportive, and she was with me for all my difficulties and happiness and sorrows. Beyond that, I had another great friend who was a colleague. She was working here under me, and she's here right now with us, and she was very supportive. Because of her, I am a man of now sitting in front of you. This I would like to thank them. I am very proud that these are my friends. I am very happy. Thank you for me supporting and coming to this level. Another person who is working with me is colleague, who is a senior. People might have had differences, but I used to say, boss is always right. Whether it's my departmental boss or the head of the institution. Had opinion, arguments, everything with the administrations, taking them to this one, not for my own cause, for other causes, for my colleagues, my senior people, junior people, were reluctant. Because only after me coming out from director's office, then only I learnt the administration. Till such time, I was a monotonous working for this as a PA to the director, giving him the day schedule, doing the ministerial work, that's all. But once you come out of the director's office, what is CR, what is C&R rules, what is this thing, everything I learnt by virtue of experience. This made me certain things to ask for. People doesn't want to come and ask. They will push the people, others. They want to be good at the back. Which I thought, why? Administration is not like that. Doctors are our colleagues, on our staff, our boss, our director, our registrar. Why? Come out, you put your requirements. If it is genuine, definitely they will help. Why not? That means if you are not going forward, if you are not taking, you are at wrong. You are somewhere obligated. That is the reason. I am telling all my colleagues who are in the ministerial staff, this is what they make a mistake. They try to impress in one way or the other. No. Do your work. Be bold enough. Express your desire. Put forward your requirements. If you are eligible, definitely the administration will come forward and help. How the red tag people are getting it, similar way the blue tags also will be getting it. In general, I'm telling. It's not that particular where I'm pinpointing each and every one or anything. But I love to work in this institution where it has given a bread and butter for me. Till my end of my life, I will remember this association with this. And I admired many people. In that, few people I would like to mention. Our madam. When I joined, madam was very beautiful, very gorgeous. Maybe no, I would like to express. It's not that the other madam is psychiatrist. I know. Prabha madam. These two madams I've really admired and said because of them the dress code, how to be. Many of my colleagues I used to tell, learn from them. Do your dressing like this. I have seen them dress. Then I changed myself. That's why I'm today like this from them. They are the mentor for me on dress codes. It's not a joke. I really admired. Maybe people wouldn't have known. Now new generation, all are new. They don't know madam how she was. And other madam also how she was. It is a fact. From there, many senior professors in all the departments. And I learnt Bhakti, you can say, our Dr. Timmappa Hegde. I never knew to pronounce the Gayatri mantra. When he came to my house, he said, Ravi, you are making a Gayatri mantra wrong, reciting wrongly. And he gave me a cassette, learn this. That day, from there, I started my Gayatri mantra, where I am pronouncing properly. So hats off to him. I don't know where he is right now. He's a director of Narayana Health, I see. He's similar way. Each ones I have taken. I thank even Dr. B.S. Das. You people are knowing. And I come to the dynamic administrator, Shankar Narayan Rao. He is like a friend for me. It is not an administrator. He used to guide me off the chair, on the chair. Thank you very much, sir. You are guided. And I thank each and everyone who are listening. Hope I have not taken my own personal issues but I request all my staffs or juniors to be very cordial, but put forward this one in the right way. People are coming in the wrong way. That the administration is aware of it. So certain things which should not be carried over, where the senior people will be got hurt, and it should not be taken a short route. That is very, very bad. I hope the two dynamic pillars now will carry forward the ministerial staff's requirements and this one. And coming to our deputy medical superintendent, sir, Dr. Arvind, sir, Professor Arvind, he is a very gem of a person. He is a friend. Whenever I need a help, come Ravi. That's all. Nothing. The job is done. Thank you very much, sir, for all the help what you have given to me and considering me as your friend. Thank you very much. I thank each and everyone. I thank all my ministerial staff and the faculties, my well-wishers. I thank each and everyone once again. Thank you very much for the opportunity to explain to my this one desires and put forward. Thank you, madam. Thank you, the chair. And this is the first time I'm speaking in any one of the meeting. So hope I have not bored you all or not given you a big lecture or anything. After 30 years, 9 months and 10 days, this is the first talk I am giving anywhere outside. So till such time, my mouth was shut. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ravindran. I'll request our Shri George Putty to say a few words.
Respected Madam Director, Registrar and Medical Superintendent, all my friends and colleagues, all those who are listening. As you know, I belong to the Indian Audit and Accounts Department, which is the functional arm of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. I joined the institute, which was already an institute of national importance. At that point of time, my designation was Senior Audit Officer, and I had already had more than 27 years of service at that point of time. Now, that service, that experience is something which has enabled me to perform the duties of the Deputy Financial Advisor and Chief Accounts Officer here. It was a nice time. Of course, farewell is a time of emotions. There will be mixed emotions. We are not able to express everything. But in the last 4 years, 3 months, I hope I have done my duties to the satisfaction of the directors, Dr. Gangadhar, then Guriraj sir, then Girimaji, and Madam Pradima Murthy is here. And I have also learned a lot from this institution, because this is the only opportunity I am sitting on this side of the table. Normally, I used to sit on the other side of the table and ask questions. So here I had to find the solutions myself rather than asking questions. I had to learn the situations, I had to learn the rules, regulations, and find the solutions. Yes, I was able to perform. I had support from my staff, and I thank all of my staff for that. And I look forward for my staff to extend the continuous support to the new incumbents. I wish all the best for the institution. Thank you, madam. Thank you all.
Can I now request the heads of departments in sections where our superannuating colleagues have worked to share their thoughts about things? Dr. Anupam, Dr. Jagdisha sir, and Mr. Harish.
Good evening to all. Somehow, most of the retiring administrative officers have one posting in DPNR, and I end up giving two farewell speeches for them. One from DPNR, except me and Anupam is here. So, Mr. Prasad was there with us about 2 years back, and we had a good time. He was very friendly, and he brought in a lot of changes in the workplace, and a lot of our instructors and other staff there, they liked him a lot, and we missed his services when he was transferred. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your contribution to DPNR, and we miss interacting with you in the corridors of DPNR, and of course now in NIMHANS. I wish you the very best in your life, retired life, a long, healthy, happy life. I wish you and your family. Mr. Ravindran, I have given him farewell just about a few hours back. Again, I would say I think my most of my interactions with him was when he was in PRO. When he was a PRO, and those days I used to be amazed by the PR skills that he had, with the way he used to manage so many issues related to his department with very with good efficiency. Only recently I came to know that he was in hospitality sector before he came to NIMHANS, and that was the secret of his, so that was showing when he was PRO himself. So of course his stint in DPNR was very brief. He has told me many times that if I had more time, I would contribute more. Now, whatever I start, it may not take long. So I am, I feel a little awkward that I cannot do much here. But that showed that he had so many ideas, and he was enthusiastic to start a lot of reforms, administrative reforms, and a lot of my colleagues are going to miss Mr. Ravindran. Sir, please keep in touch with us. Both of them look much younger to me in a way, so I don't know what their secret is. So it is hard to believe that they are going to retire, I wish you also a long, happy, and healthy life, sir. My thanks to Mr. George Kuti also. I think you are very, very approachable. We had come up with many questions. I used to wonder whether I can approach for such issues. I used to feel that these are small issues, whether I can go to a senior officer like him, but his office was always welcoming. Sir, you have found many solutions for small problems that we came up with. Thank you very much for your contribution to the institute.
Good evening, everybody. As Jagdish had just told, we had a farewell party a few years ago for Mr. Ravindran. So we have had enough farewell speeches with him. So as I told in the morning also, he's a very jovial person. No half measures, not smiling, he's always laughing. He's a very cheerful person to talk to, and we had good time. If we are not able to communicate with each other, at least while entering the hospital and going after 4:30 would be just saying hi to each other. So I'd be missing that part. Of course, there will be new AO from Monday or Tuesday onwards, and I wish him all the best, happy, healthy life after retirement. Mr. Prasad, similarly, it's a great pleasure to have AOs coming to our department, DNR or DPNR, and then not retiring but going to some other sections, so that the interaction becomes easy. You feel much more confident your work will get done, and you can communicate in a much more transparent manner. So after getting transferred from DNR, probably we were in academic section, so we had occasional good chat, and you of course were able to solve some of our problems. And our DFO I have not been in much touch with, but I would also wish him all the best. Happy retirement life, sir. All the best to all of you. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm going back to my parent office.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. As you know, most of the people know myself and Kuti sir are colleagues in the parent department IAND, but we came to know each other only after coming to NIMHANS. I was already working as accounts officer, and he is very calm person, but very firm in his decision. Like in the case of GST implication and other things, even many of the engineering section also came, contractors, etc. He also called me. He was very firm in the opinion, and what is the rate of GST to be fixed, etc. Similarly, in the functioning of the accounts wing also, he used to give very good suggestions, and he used to always guide us. And though he is the head of the department, he never impressed upon anyone that I am boss. He used to always guide and get along with the people with different this one, and we really miss him. I hope his future in AG's office will be very good. And as he says, the working atmosphere here is difficult, and when we are there, we are asking questions to the department. It's a different kind of job here, but I wish him all the best in the future. Prasad sir, we were close little bit after he took over as CA. I used to request him for signing of checks, etc., or some important digital payment, and sometimes I used to call him and ask him to wait till the beyond after office hours, so that the payments are not delayed. And as far as Ravindran is concerned, I think the day before I came to NIMHANS, before alighting my flight at Nagpur, I had rang him up and spoke to him on mobile. Someone gave from this institute that he is the PRO here. Unfortunately, my flight got delayed, and I was having only 3 hours or 4 hours to come to Bangalore here, very less time. So I requested him for a suitable stay, and for that span of 4 hours here, because I had to shift my entire luggage from Nagpur to the residence close by. So I could not go anywhere that time. So he helped me a lot, and afterwards also we were very close. I wish him all the people very best in future. Thank you very much.
And hope you cleared all the checks, sir. Thank you so much. Well, now request the director to say a few words on the occasion of superannuation of our colleagues.
Good afternoon. I was just looking at Mr. Deva Mahendra Prasad's service in the institution. 37 years, 3 months and 8 days. I'm sure every one of those moments have been something that you will cherish for the rest of your life. You mentioned the team support. And I think that is a very, very, very important aspect of feeling good at the end of your career, that you have all worked together and everybody has been so supportive and good. And I think that is something that will be very memorable for you. Mr. Ravindran, yes, thank you for those flattering compliments. You said it in the past. Anyway, so as Jagdisha said, as Jagdisha said, we interacted with you a lot when you were in the director's office and subsequently as PRO. I think all of us were very impressed with your efficiency, with your courtesy, with your promptness to deal with anything, whether it was asking for a vehicle at a particular time, booking tickets. I think that is something that a lot of the faculty really appreciated. You've also mentioned what all an employee can learn in an organization. From, for example, simple things like politeness, how to show public relations, how to mentor and be mentored, how to behave like an official, which is so important. And unfortunately, I don't think there is any training program that teaches us this. So very often you have to learn this on your job. And of course, decision making. And I think those are huge values that all of us as employees in any section that we work in need to understand, need to learn. Mentorship is extremely important. And I'm so glad that you mentioned it, because each one of us, as we rise in our professional career, must be willing to mentor our juniors, must be willing to share what the institution stands for, the philosophy of the institute. Both of you have said so much about how important the institution means to you. Wherever we go outside, that we are recognized as employees of NIMHANS is itself such an important recognition. It also raises our own expectations of ourselves and the way we must contribute to the organization. I know it's been a very difficult time for you personally, and in a way, all the friends that you have mentioned are also your family. And I think your daughter's support, the support of your friends, I think have helped you to kind of, at least to cope with, what can be an immeasurable loss. And I hope you have the strength and fortitude. And maybe one of the things that you should give us is what you have learned in the hospitality sector and all the years at NIMHANS is really to train our employees in some of these aspects. And, I think that's what we should actually be looking to do with each other. Mr. George Kuti, you're not superannuating in any way. There are lots of years of service still left for you. But we certainly have appreciated. I mentioned exactly the same thing, Jagdisha, in the morning, in the afternoon, that several faculty have told me this, that they have gone with all kinds of little niggling problems. And Mr. Kuti has listened to them patiently and tried to solve it. As was mentioned, sir, by you, he can be pretty inflexible at times, I know that. He will stand his ground, and that sometimes can be a little tough, tough going. But I think at the end of it, I think what is important is that he's built a very strong team in the accounts department, and I think we need to be very thankful to him that that structure, that scaffolding has been provided. As sir, you mentioned, working as a team. He's very unassuming. He gives everybody that kind of, latitude to work in and be responsible. And as I again mentioned earlier, in any organization, apart from the organizational values, administrative values, managerial issues, financial conduct is an extremely important aspect of any organization. And thank you very much for bringing in that kind of financial discipline, and I hope we will be able to carry on these, these principles that you kind of left with us. So thank you all very much for your amazing contribution to the organization, and we will cherish this, and we will look forward to your continuing engagement with the organization. Mr. Kuti, even though you are moving away from us, you're most welcome. We hope that there will be an opportunity for you to come back. You never know. And of course, we can look forward to your continuing help to us. Thank you very much.
So I'll now request our Registrar, Dr. Shankar Narayan Rao, to kindly give the vote of thanks.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ತಿಂಗಳ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನೀಡಿದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಕೆ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳುವಂಥ ದಿನ ಇವತ್ತು. DMP ಅವರು, ನಾನು DMP ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, DM ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರು 10 ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ ಕೆಡ್ರೆ ಏನಿದೆ, ಲೋಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಆವಾಗ ಅವರು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದಾಗ LDC ಇತ್ತು, ಮತ್ತು UDC ಆಯಿತು, ಆಫೀಸ್ ಸೂಪರ್ಡೆಂಟು, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರು, AO, AO, CAO, 10 ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, 37 ವರ್ಷ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿರೋದು. ಈಸ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಠಿಣವಾದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ಥರ ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಲ್ವ ಸರ್, ಮಾಡೋಣ ಸರ್. ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ದಟ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಗಿರೋರು, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋರು, ಆ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋರು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮಾನ ತಕ್ಕಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ತೂಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ DM ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಸರ್ವೀಸ್ ಸರ್. 10 ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ತಾವು ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದೀರ, ಅದರ ಫಲವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮೆಟ್ಲು ಹತ್ತಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ರವೀಂದ್ರ ಅವರು, ನಾವಿಬ್ಬರು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ವಿ ಕಬಿನಿ ಹಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ನಾವು ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಕಬಿನಿ ಹಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ. ಯುವರ್ ನೈಬರ್ಸ್. ಅವರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟೈಲಿಶ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ಡಿಯರ್ ಸರ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಯು, ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್, ಆ ಥರ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಟೈಲಿಶ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, ಸರ್ ಈ ಫೈಲ್ ನೀವು ಕಳಿಸಿರೋದು, ಹೋಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ ಹತ್ರ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹತ್ರ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮೇಡಮು ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಫುಲ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು ಅವರಿಂದ. ಈ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಈ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಸರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್, ಇದಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಅವರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ನು, ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರು. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅವರು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದಾಗಿನಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ಐ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ದಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ದಟ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ವರಿ, ಟೇಕ್ ಆಫ್, ಗೋ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್. ಆಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ತಮ್ಮ ವೈಫು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪರಿಚಿತರು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಇರ್ರಿಪೇರಬಲ್ ಲಾಸ್. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವಿತ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ತಮಗೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಿ ಕೊಲೀಗ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಹಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರೋರನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಗೌರವಿಸಿ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದು. ಜಾರ್ಜ್ ಕುಟಿ ಸರು ಮಿತಭಾಷಿಗಳು. ಈ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೆಸ್ but he extracts a lot of things from us. In fact, a lot of milestones in financial management-ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರ ರೆಜಿಮಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. He reported to the duty. Immediately we had a circular for the implementation of GST. GST ಆಯಿತು. Then we had a Digital India initiative. All the financial management has to happen. Then we had a very tough GFR system for the recruitments. Then we had the JEM portal. ಆ JEM portal ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳಿದ್ರೂ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ is to ensure that, sir, you have to follow, please do it. And also he brought the financial discipline, madam ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ, all our purchases and also subsequently our salary system, credit should go to him for implementing PFMS. And ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟು ಒಂದು TSA ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಟ್ರೆಜರಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಅವರ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ಪು ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 4 to 5 ಇಯರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಲ್ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸಸ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಈಸ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ನೋ ಸರ್, this cannot be done like this, but you can think an alternative. So always he is to give a solution for the problems. ಸುಮಾರು ಸಾರಿ ನಾವಿಬ್ಬರು ಕನ್ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಏನೋ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸರ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದುಡ್ಡೇ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋರು ನನಗೆ. ಸೊ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಟ್ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲನೂ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋದರೂ ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಮ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣರು ಇಬ್ಬರ ಜೊತೆ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಟ್ಟಿ ಸಾರು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಹರೀಶ್ ಸಾರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಸರ್ ನಾಳೆ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಮ್ಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ದಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ದಟ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೀಡರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರೋರ್ನೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಸರ್, ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ಲಿ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ನೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ AG's ಆಫೀಸ್. So I am sure that your responsibility is not over and we will be keep troubling, and you are going to help us for many more years. I take this opportunity to thank 3 of them, and more importantly the support which they received for the successful career by the family. Family support ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ನೋಡ್ದಿರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. DMP ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸಾರಿ ಚೆಕ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ರಾತ್ರಿ 8 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ ಟಾರ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದಂಥ ತಾವು ಮತ್ತು ತಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವರು ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ HODs ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ, ಸ್ಟಾಫು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿರೋರು, ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಒಂದು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆ ವಹಿಸಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿದಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾದಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರತಿಮಾ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ, MS ಅವರಿಗೆ, DMS ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅವರು, ತುಂಬ ಹೆಂಗಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಬಂದಿರೋಂಥ ಅಶೋಕ್ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಿಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ನಿಂದ ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ಹೊಂದರೂ ಸಹ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಆತ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಸೂಪರ್ ಏನೇಟಾಗಿ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ವರ್ಷ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸನ್ನ ಅವಿಭಾಜ್ಯ ಅಂಗವಾಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ಮು ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಧನ್ಯವಾದದ ಮೂಲಕ ತಿಳಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ಆನ್ ಬಿಹಾಫ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ವಿ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಟು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ದ ಸರ್ವೀಸಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಫರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೆವರಲ್ ಡಿಕೇಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Thank you, sir. And let me conclude by thanking the registrar for thanking everyone and for all the arrangements that have been made. So before we leave and disperse for coffee, I request all of you to kindly stand and give a standing ovation to our superannuating employees. Thank you.